Good morning. Good morning. Apologies for my tardiness. What am I, 14 minutes late? Very late. Lord, y'all know I just will either go live or just schedule a live. I don't even look to see who's supposed to be going live, which is terrible. But that's what they got the replay for. Good morning. This is a little later in the morning than I normally go, but it is what it is. Hope everyone's doing well. Hey, open book, how are you? Thank you for coming, girl. Appreciate you. I was gonna play some music, but I didn't have my stuff together. I was gonna play the song Road to Zion by Damian Marley featuring Nas, but I was kind of pressed for time. Not really, but really, only because I had it scheduled for 10. I could have still did it, but I said, what's a hoot? Another time. I said, how am I? I'm doing good, girl. I don't have any legit complaints. It's raining. You know, I love that. I normally would be on the porch with it or somewhere's outside with it. But it's raining. I'm having a good time. I'm chilling. How are you? Said I'm glad that I could tap in with you today. Me too. 'Cause I know life be life and girl. You doing your thing. I'm doing my thing. Things be happening. All right. You know you gotta do a live. Speaking of things that's happening, real quick, open book, before I even begin. So there's this one guy who does reactions normally to like songs or music videos, but he does reactions to other stuff too. So I'm scrolling. Why? What in the world is going on? Why does he have a video doing a reaction? I guess Black Rose and Blackthorn and Big Buford went on like an episode of a show or something. So he's doing a reaction to that. I didn't even click on it. I said, the devil is a liar. What was that one song that you would always say? What is the song you would always say? What is it? I think Bree would always say that crap. Something about the devil or something. Oh, the devil is a liar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know exactly what I said when I seen that. What you mean, what, girl? I just shared it yesterday. Oh, you did? You did you do a video? What did you what is going on? Because you know I don't keep up with that crap anymore. And I'm just minding my business, scrolling. And I'm thinking like, okay, let me see what type of stuff he's reacted to recently. I said, what? The devil is a liar. All right, enough of that. Did you do a video or live about that? Because if not, you got to, and I'll be real quick. Because I'm like, what the heck? I know you lying. I know you freaking lying. Yeah, what is going? What is Blackthorn and Big Buford doing? What do they got going on? What needs to be paid? Because they have to. Something gotta be paid if they doing this type of shenanigans. I know you lying. Oh, you said you shared the song yesterday on my wall, girl. I might have to do a V mix. That's, I know you lying. I know you freaking lying. What? All right, I gotta chill. Hold up. Hold up. I know you lying. Whew. Speaking of codependency, Big Buford might be codependent on that. I don't know why, but whatever. Hold on, y'all. I gotta put you on mute. And good morning, Eclipse. How you doing? Hold on, I gotta put you on mute. Oh, and I wasn't even trying to tap in and see nada there, nada, but just off the thumbnail of dude's video, I know he was taking it back. But I know you lying. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Don't get me started. Anywho, the topic is what is a codependent person? Whew. Oh my God, myself started. As soon as I seen you, I instantly started thinking about it because I'm like, yo, let's talk about what a codependent person is. Oh my goodness. And then we're also going to talk about the four types of codependency, well, the four common types. There may be more. Oh, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I do not have my stuff together this morning. Anywho, a codependent person often has low self-esteem, a strong need for approval, and an excessive fear of rejection. Okay. They tend to define themselves through their relationships, frequently prioritizing their partner's needs over their own, sometimes leading to self-neglect and enabling harmful behaviors. Oh man, I gotta get it together. Codependency can also involve controlling behaviors, poor boundaries, difficulty with their own emotions, and a deep-seated fear of conflict. Ooh, that's a lot. That is a lot. Do you guys know what a codependent person is? Have you guys ever experienced a codependent person before I continue? Or no? You said yes. Just from reading that one part, it seems to be a lot. And it seems to be very draining. You know, I did a live on energy vampires. You gotta steer clear of them. You said yes, open book. Okay, let's continue. So they gave us some core characteristics of a codependent person. Oh, they gave us a lot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They gave us 10 of them. Luckily, I'm not pressed for time like I normally am when I do my morning lives, because y'all know morning lives are never more than like 40, 45 minutes tops. So the first one they give is low self-esteem. I think we all have experienced low self-esteem at one point in our life. Um, don't make it a way of life. That's all we say. That's why they call it having a moment or moments. Moments don't last forever. So anyway, low self-esteem. They have a poor self-image and may not feel quote unquote good enough or worthy of love, leading to self-doubt and avoiding new challenges out of fear of failure. I'll read that one again. Low self-esteem. They have a poor self-image and may not feel quote unquote good enough or worthy of love, leading to self-doubt and avoiding new challenges out of fear of failure. That's not good. I always say scared money don't make no money. He said, yeah, I see a lot of them. They're definitely out there. That's a fact. And we have to have the ability to notice these things, and not only in other people, but make sure that we're on it and on point with ourselves to make sure we don't, you know, have any of these characteristics. And if we do, gotta nip it in the bud. Even though some of them are just natural human emotions, but like I said, that's why it's the difference between you having a moment or just, you know, feeling whatever you're feeling versus you making it a way of life. And truth be told, that's what most of the things that I talk about, for the most part. All right, the second one is need for approval. A strong need for external validation and reassurance is common as they look to others for a sense of value. Which that's not good either. We shouldn't maneuver around in a way of we do things or conduct ourselves in a way primarily because we're seeking a pat on the back or an attaboy from other people or from someone. Because what? Once you stop receiving that pat on the back or that attaboy, then that means you're not going to maneuver the same way or be yourself anymore. You gotta know who you are and the type of life you want to live. And really, the footprint that you want to leave on other people or with other people, that's very important. I don't think people understand that, you know, the way they maneuver around in this world and how they conduct themselves, it doesn't only affect them, it affects the people that they come across to a certain extent. Let's see. The second one, fear of rejection. They often live with a deep fear of being abandoned or rejected, which can lead to people pleasing and an ability to say no. That's got to be rooted. That one right there has to be rooted in something, whether it's like they've had a traumatic experience where they felt like abandoned or whatever, or something happened in their childhood where they felt abandoned or where they were abandoned. or even as simple as they were raised up by like a single parent. So mom or dad had to go and get it out the mud. So therefore, you gotta go to grandma's house because I have to work, or I'm not able to, and not me obviously, but we're just talking, or I'm not able to come to that recital or that play. But guess what? It got paid for, because I have to work. But on the flip side of that, it's a disappointment because they feel like you just left them out there. And this is just an example. You know what I mean? So then they get older and have those feelings. And say they get with somebody who is like really driven. So they don't really have time to just be sitting around. They gotta work, they gotta do this, they gotta do that. And they're looking at it like, oh, then you don't have time for me, or, but it's like, okay, sometimes when it comes to that, like in a relationship, especially when bills gotta get paid and stuff like that, what you want to sit here and pitch a tent and we're gonna just kumbaya it when we have all the time in the world? Put the tent up, start a little fire. Shoot, I'm in the mood for some s'mores. But wait, I don't got no money for the marshmallows or the chocolate because I'm not out there getting it. I'm in here twiddling my thumbs with you as if we can't take vacation days or something off. Some people's thought process is all backwards. It's one thing if the person just genuinely don't want to spend no time with you, but they're spending their free time with their friends or whatever the case may be. But if you're in a situation where your partner, or even if it's not a partner, it's just like a friend, whatever, they're work. People got lives. People have things to do. You have to understand that. And don't just look at it like, oh, they don't want to be talking to me. What do you do? Get a hobby, read a book, do something. Don't look at it like you're being abandoned or rejected. Now have the ability to know somebody ain't messing with you like that. But no. And if it's a no, it's a no. Don't be out here saying yes to stuff just because you're worried or concerned with how that person is going to take it. They're going to take it how they're going to take it. And I forget which live it was that I was talking about this, something like this. Like everything bubblegum and ice cream when everything is yes, yes, yes. You know what I mean? But as soon as what they want is a no or not right now, or let's do it this way or whatever the case may be, that's when you really see what's up with somebody. And I pay attention to all of that. I pay attention to all of that. Let's see. Hey Carlos, good morning. How you doing? Well, I hope. Hey Darnell, good morning. Okay, you guys are greeting each other. Cool beans. Open book, are you still here, sis? How are you guys doing this morning? We're talking about codependent people. Have you all ever experienced a codependent person, or have you ever found yourself um, being codependent upon somebody else? You said, yeah, that's the name I coined for you. I told you that. All right, let's continue. Duh. Let's see. So we already went over low self-esteem, need for approval, fear of rejection. Then, do we do boundaries? No, we didn't. Poor boundaries. That's an important one because people be violating without even trying to be violating and or allow themselves to be violated without even realizing, hold up, this person's violating me. So poor boundaries. They struggle to set and maintain healthy boundaries, often letting others take advantage of them out of fear of disappointing them. No, we're not going to do that. That's a very important one. You have to have the ability to set healthy boundaries and respect other people's boundaries, regardless if you agree with them or you feel like they're doing the most, whatever the case may be. That's their boundaries. You can't tell somebody about their boundaries. They're free. You're either with it or you're not. Either way, that's their boundaries, and your boundaries are yours. And if you don't have none, I suggest you get some. And if you're not sure of what the other person's boundaries are, it's like I always say, closed mouth don't get fed. Some people really have an issue communicating. They just want you to be mind readers. No. So it's good to have certain types of conversations with people, whether it's somebody you're friends with, a family member, a love interest. There's nothing wrong with getting to know people and find out like what are your pet peeves? Like what gets on your nerves? What grinds your gears? And sometimes people don't really even think about stuff like that until they're asked. And if you're going to be talking and communicating with them anyway, why just have empty, flat conversations? That's how I look at it. Morning, love. Seen you live the other morning. Well, if you seen me, why didn't you say hi? Good morning, lady. How are you? The topic is codependent people. What is a codependent person? Have you ever experienced a codependent person? And then on the flip side of that, have you ever exhibited um, codependent behavior, lady? That's the topic. But if you see me, why didn't you say hi? Unless you caught the replay. Either way, thank you for being here. Let's see. Self-neglect. They frequently put the needs of others before their own, which can lead to neglecting self-care and personal interests. That's another major one because you can't pour from an empty cup. And why would you want to? And plus, relationships, whether, like I say, family, friends, spouse, whatever, supposed to be a give and take. It's not supposed to be a take, take, take. So no one's cup is ever supposed to be empty or running low. And when it is, that other person or those other people, like I said, it's supposed to be a give and take. So even if it does start running low, it's being replenished. And you also have to have the ability to know when to take a step back, regroup and recoup, and refill your own cup. I think that's a very important one. People are so loud. Loud as fun. That's an older lady. Bless her. Bless her. All right. Let's see. Yeah, take care of yourself before you even dare to want to even try to take care of anybody else. That's so backwards. Sometimes you just gotta tell people no, or not right now. They'll be all right. Controlling behaviors. This may become controlling in an attempt to manage a partner's behavior or the relationship to prevent conflict. What? Read that again. Controlling behaviors. They may become controlling in an attempt to manage a partner's behavior or the relationship to prevent conflict. That doesn't work. Who wants to be controlled? Better yet, who wants to control anybody? Free will is a hell of a thing. I like to see what people want to do and what they're gonna do, aside from what they say they're gonna do or they want to do. I like to see it. I don't need to put my what they call it. I don't need to put my finger on the scale. I got eyes and ears, and I'm not dumb. I want to see something. I don't need to control what you do. Now, if we're having a conversation about something, we having a conversation. And if you want to take heed to what I'm talking about, cool. And vice versa. But controlling, mm-mm. We have our own fights and our own lives to manage. Why you want to spend that energy trying to control somebody else? That's not even your child. You gotta let people do what they do and then take heed and then move accordingly. That controlling stuff is for the birds. Hold on. What comment? I'm so old. Let's see. Now maybe I can. What the heck? I don't know why it won't let me. Let's see. It's so annoying, guys. Because on here it won't let me see y'all messages, but if I go out to the YouTube, it will show me them. And I got it set for all messages. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Now I can see. I had to refresh it. I know you're like, why are you not saying back to us? My bad, dog. Oh shoot, it's a couple. My bad. Hold on. There now. I'm darn it. You changed it. That's so funny. That's so funny. And look, Darnell, speaking of taking heed and moving accordingly, that's all I'm gonna say. Take heed right? Peep game and move accordingly. That's all I'm gonna say. Darnell. Hey, Uncle L, good morning. How you doing? The topic is, what is a codependent person, Uncle L? Have you ever experienced a codependent person before? And have you ever been codependent upon someone else? What the heck is GGM? My mind. What the heck is GGM? I don't even know what the heck that is. Lady, what's GGM? I've been lovesick sometimes. Being you is okay too. And yeah, Eclipse, laugh out loud, what a name. Morning to you too. I'm cracking up. What are you reading? Some I found online. I love finding new topics to talk about or different topics that relate to real life because we're living in the real world. Is that right? I don't want to say Mr. and Mrs. Awkward. I don't. What do you talk about, lady? Oh my goodness. He said, "How are you, V? And what made you?" I'm doing great, girl. I just be looking for topics. So many different topics. If you look at my lives, you'll see. 'Cause like I said, we live in a real world. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, girl. Good. Good morning. All right. Boom shakalaka. So we got through all of that. Like I said, I hope everyone's having a good morning. Let's continue. Well, first I'm gonna put you on mute real quick. My bad. Okay, I'm back. My bad. So yeah, let's continue. So I think I've been seeing all the comments. Everybody's just greeting each other for the most part. So I like thoughts. Let's see. We already went over the controlling behaviors. Excessive responsibility. Excessive responsibility. They often have an overwhelming sense of responsibility for other people's actions, feelings, and problems. Mm-mm. Like I just said, free will is a hell of a thing. What people do is what people do. What we do is what we do. How we react to things, how we react to things, how they react to things is how they react to things. Now, cause and effect is a real thing. So it's best to keep that in mind when maneuvering around, dealing with people, because we don't have the right or the ability to control how somebody reacts to something. And people are not always going to react to what we say and do the way we would want them to or would like them to. But if you know that you're moving in a genuine way and your goal and your aim is never to cause harm to anybody, sometimes it just is what it is. and people just gonna have to deal. That's the thing about keeping it a being with folks. It's not always gonna be what they want to hear. You should never go around maneuvering that way, doing things and saying things just because it's what other people want to hear, or it's what you think the other person or people want to hear. Don't be fugazi. It's just for the birds. Excuse my language. Let's see. If y'all said anything before I continue. You said amen. Yeah, it just is what it is. And I believe delivery matters, so we're not gonna bypass that. As I've said before, two people can be delivering the same exact message to someone or to other people, but it's going to be received two separate ways depending on how it was delivered. The message is still the message, but delivery matters. And something I've been working on is removing, like having the ability to remove the messenger from the message, so that way the message can still be received. Because sometimes it be valid messages. People make valid points, but they're just the wrong person to be making that point. Completely. But the point is the point. And if it's valid, it's valid, even if the messenger is not valid. So that's the tricky part sometimes. But we're not responsible for what other people do and other people's problems. Now, as far as feelings, that's tricky, like I said, because it really just depends on how you're moving and how you decide you want to treat people. And if you're honest about what your intentions are for that person, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, no, you're not responsible for people's feelings. People gonna feel how they feel. And depending on what it is that they're in their feelings about, what's that old school saying? That's a tough city. You're gonna have to suck it somewhere else. I don't know what to tell you, especially if you know you're moving in a genuine way, but they just in their feelings because you're not with certain things. If you're not with it, you're not with it. Sorry. It is what it is. There are four types of codependency. Yeah, these are the most common ones. We're gonna go over that in a bit. In a bit. I love talking about these type of things. I want to talk about narcissism, but I want Royal D to be here for that conversation, which I tagged her in some open book and invited her, but she did not reply. So I don't know if she's seen it and just said nah, or if she didn't see it. But I'm not about to chase nobody down now. But I do want to talk about narcissism. There's just so many different types of narcissism. It's crazy work. And people be so quick to throw that word out there without having an understanding of what that is and the types. It's a good conversation to have. But I know that she's well read on top of life experiences with that topic. So I want her to be here for that. But I'm not about to beg. I'm not gonna beg her. I just wanted to talk about it, girl. So, okay, just asked, thought we had to come and handle some confusions. You're so funny. Thought we needed a little straightening. We are in the season. This is a season of straightening. So, matter of fact, lady, when you get a moment, 'cause you don't really be over here like that. So maybe that's why you're asking me what made me want to come up with this topic. When you get a moment, if you're feeling froggy, I did a live, I forget how long ago, and it talked about us. You know what, matter of fact, hold on, let me see if I can just drop that link to that in the chat. Because if you know, you know. If you don't, you're gonna have to find out. Because we talk about real life topics over here. We chit chat as well, but for the most part, we talk about real life things. Okay, I done did all type of lives. Check them out, girl. Let me see. I did a live about 2 months ago. Okay, because this season that I/we are in is a season of straightening. Okay, you gotta get some things straightened out and sorted out. People, things, ourselves. That's the type of time I'm on and I've been on. Hold on. See if I can drop it in here. Because I don't really, I'm working on my appreciation for the cloud dwellers and the replayers that don't speak, but I gotta work on it because if you're here but you don't say nothing, how am I supposed to know you're here? Not you, but just people in general. But I'm working on it because I still appreciate anybody that comes through. But if you don't say hi, whether that's in the live section or in the comment, how am I supposed to know you was here? How would I know? But I'm working on it. I am working on it because not everybody likes to type in the chat or they be doing things. Let's see. Some act right, get right. Some people need it. And how you know I don't be often? I get that at times. I was wondering because of this topic here. I've seen a few of the topics you do freestyle with. Underestimate the lady. I have lies too much. I know, girl. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Cause I really be like, ew, not you, specifically, just in general. Ew, why you in my clowns? I really be feeling like it's on some like keeping time stuff. People are weird, girl. But I'm working on it because I know it just comes with the territory. Whatever. But let's continue. Let's continue. Going over controlling behaviors, excessive responsibility, difficulty with emotions. They may have trouble identifying and managing their own feelings and may experience anxiety, depression, or resentment. That's deep. They may have trouble identifying or managing their own feelings and may experience anxiety, depression, or resentment. Yeah, because they just bottling their stuff up. They don't know how to identify what it is they're feeling. And then after that, they identify what it is they're feeling. They have a problem with communication for whatever reason. So when you bottle it up, you don't get your stuff off. I can imagine it's easy to become anxious or depressed or kind of have resentment because you know what you're feeling, but the other person don't know what you're feeling because you're not communicating that. That's not good at all. It's definitely not healthy. And that's how people snap. Mm-mm. Don't pop go to weasel on me because you don't know how to open your mouth and speak your piece. I be tired and don't want to read and type. I'll say hi and go back to sleep. No, we be relaxed, just chilling or not feeling to chat. That's okay. Just know they support you silent and hit the like button. I got you. I'm really working on that, girl, because I don't ever want to come off ungrateful. I just honestly think it's weird. Not the ones that mean me well. You just never know who means you well. But that just comes with the territory, I suppose. All right. The next one is defining self through others. That's a major one. That is a major one. Defining self through others. They may lose their sense of self, defining their identity and purpose primarily through their relationships with others. So you just are going with the wind type of person. Wherever which way the wind blows you, like a bandwagoner of life. They have a bandwagon in sports where people just jump ship. They go wherever it's hot. But you, people like that are codependent, you just a bandwagoner in real life. You just, that's sad. You can't be that way, yo. You gotta know who you are. And if you don't know, you better take the time to find out. Like people that always feel the need to be in a relationship, they never experience being by themselves. And not because, and I'm not talking about people that got with somebody young and just in a long-term relationship. I'm talking about somebody that they'll be with somebody for a while, get out of that relationship. Be with somebody for a while, get out of that relationship. It's like constantly gotta be with somebody. They don't know what it's like to go to sleep and wake up with them. And every person they get with, that's the type of wave they riding. They don't have a wave, so to say, of their own. They don't know who they are. So then they just allow themselves to become molded by whoever it is that they're with, as if they're not a grown adult. Because what you're gonna do is when that person that you're with, that you molded yourself after, if they have an epiphany of sorts in life and they're no longer into the things that they were into when you got with them, you're gonna just continually mold yourself after that person or whoever you're with. That's so weird, respectfully. If I don't like something, I don't like something. I'm not gonna make somebody feel bad or less than because they like something. But if I don't like it, I don't like it. I don't drink straight liquor. I don't drink straight liquor. I'm not gonna magically start taking shots back to back because the person I'm with, that's how they like to drink. No, mine's gonna be mixed in a mixed drink of the sort. While they take their little shot or whatever, you gotta be you. If I don't like scary movies, I don't like scary movies. If you're the type that likes scary movies, I may use watching a scary movie with you as a bonding experience, but I'm not gonna pump fake like I like scary movies. And the moment you go to sleep, I'm turning that crap off. So don't wake up and be like, "Why you turn it off?" Because you went to sleep, duh. You know I don't like scary movies. But you have some women and men that will pump fake like they like something or like they're with something when they're not, just to appease the other person. They want to put on a facade, and that gets old after a while and tiring, and the real will be revealed. And when that happens, you better be ready. Hey, Latte. Latte said, "Good morning, y'all. Good morning, girl. How you doing this morning?" Talking about codependent people. What is a codependent person? And have you ever experienced dealing with a codependent person? And have you ever been codependent on somebody else? So, okay, you, I'm doing good, girl. I like this topic because even though I'm an alien, I'm still maneuvering around in a world full of humans. So it's a good topic. I appreciate all you guys being here. Let's see if I missed any messages. Open book, are you still here, sis? Because the devil's minion's been messing with me lately, low key. So I want to make sure at least one of my mods are here in case they come in. So you're an alien now? Been an alien. You're so funny. Been an alien. So let me know if you're still here, sis, just in case the trolly trolls have time. I have been in a codependent relationship. The reason I no longer mess with insurance father. Drain you. I call them energy vampires. And they don't get full. So allow yourself to be allow one of them to feed off you if you want to. The cup always gonna be empty. And then what? So you're a failure now. And then what? It is draining. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. Have you feeling like you should have had a V8? No. All right, let's see. The last one they gave us, these are good, 'cause we've been going over the core characteristics of a codependent person. And I believe I said they gave us 10. So this is the last one, and then we're gonna go over real quick the four types, well, the four common types of codependency that exist. Enabling behavior. This is another good one. They may inadvertently support harmful behaviors in a loved one, such as covering up for them or preventing them from facing the consequences of their actions. I'm not in the business of coddling grown adults. I don't even believe in coddling children, let alone grown adults. That is not good. And then what happens when you do that and when the other shoe drops, they turn around and say, "Oh, why you let me do that? Or how come you didn't tell me? Like, no, how come you didn't tell yourself? What? Free will is a hell of a thing. Because they either gonna blame you um for whatever the results of their behavior or actions are. And then you have some people that don't like to be held account, you know? And both of them things are not good. But it's definitely not good to enable somebody. I'd rather you be upset or annoyed with me because I told you you bugging than me sit idly by while you're bugging and then be like, dang, man, you was bugging. Like, it's never a good thing. Enabling behavior, they may inadvertently support harmful behaviors in a loved one, such as covering up for them or preventing them from facing the consequences of their actions. Nah, mm-mm, it's not healthy. Some people need to face the consequences of their actions because how else do they learn? Some people don't learn until they get learned, until life learns them. And that's just real. That's just real talk. That's why you have some people that don't get their ish together until after they done been to jail or prison multiple times. You have some people that not even trying to do anything to find out what that first time is like. Then you have some people that experience going to jail or prison. They're like, yeah, nah, I'm good. But when you enable people like that prevents them from being their best self, their best them. You don't really care for somebody if you're doing that. And if they get mad, they get mad. So what? So what? I can sleep at night knowing somebody mad at me because I want them to be the best them, and I'm not willing to sit idly by while they on some bull crap. I'm perfectly fine with that. Sorry, not sorry. So I'll see what y'all said. If y'all said anything, and then we'll go over the four common types of codependency. Mention that part for real. And we've all experienced it. Somebody try to tell us something good for us, and we don't necessarily want to hear it, or we're not trying to hear that ish. And I've talked about that before too. And one of the slogans, if not the slogan for this season of straightening that we've been in, is take heed, not offense. You have to have the ability when somebody that cares for you is trying to tell you something good for yourself, take what you need to take from that, and then take heed to what they're saying. Take a step back, think about it, and keep in mind that this person that's telling you this, they have good intentions for you. Because once you realize and understand that they have good intentions for you and they're not going to just tell you something just to tell you something or tell you something to make you feel like ish, then you'll be able to move accordingly. Don't take offense. And we're grown. We should be able to know the difference between someone trying to tell us something good for us and someone trying to be funny. You know what I mean? Like we should have that ability at this point in the game. because there are people that are not with enabling certain behaviors that they know are not right or that you're just not with. It just is what it is. Now, like I said, I'm big on the delivery, but you have to understand when people care for you, they're not always going to tell you what you want to hear. And it just is what it is. You shouldn't want nobody to tell you what you want to hear all the time. Sometimes most times, all the time, you need to hear what you need to hear. And it just is what it is. And when you're a self-aware person and you know what you got going on, that's why it's very important to be self-aware or to work towards being self-aware. Because when you are, there's not much that somebody can say to you that will ruffle your feathers and have your panties in a bunch. And you also have the ability to take heed, not offense, when you're self-aware. Someone says, "B, you talk a lot." Okay, listen less. I don't know what to tell you because I know I talk a lot. So if you tell me I talk a lot, it's like, okay, that's like in Pootie saying when somebody be like, "Oh, it's cold," and then that one dude would be like, "Yeah, it's cold too." Yeah, I know. I just said that. The fudge, a codependent person is a nuisance. You gotta let that go, Blaze. That's not my fault. She made that your nickname, and you are a nuisance. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, you definitely talk a lot. A regular mom. Shut up. It is what it is, but I know that. So can nobody be like, "Oh, you talk a lot?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said I talk a lot." Listen, Les, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I do talk a lot. But are you listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth? Because if you was, you appreciate it. Not say I talk a lot. Or you can just listen less. Not you, Blaze. I'm just talking in general. How you doing this morning? Thank you for coming. All right, so it says the four common types of codependency are the enabler, controller, people pleaser, and martyr. I'm so silly. Every time I think about the word martyr, I think about somebody that was down to die for a cause they believed in. That's terrible. That's instantly what I think about when I think of the word martyr. Okay, let's see. These roles describe different ways people may lose their sense of self in a relationship, such as by overlooking harmful behavior, trying to manage their partner, constantly seeking approval, or sacrificing their own needs for others. All things we went over. Blaze, the topic is codependent people. Lord. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Dang, take me out, why don't you? Said, am I listening? No, not really. Hold up. I'm feeling good and feeling great. How are you? I'm doing good, thank you. Doing good, actually. But yeah, have you ever experienced a codependent person before? And then have you ever felt yourself being or codependent upon someone else? Sorry, y'all heard me coughing. My lives be so unorthodox. Like the left hand boxer. The left-handed boxer. Let's continue. So the first one, like I said, they gave us the four common types. I'm sure there's more, but y'all know my motto. I encourage you to do your own research about anything you talk about. Trust, but verify. Enabler overlooks or denies a partner's harmful behaviors to quote unquote save the relationship. But at what extent, right? We talked about that. People are so selfish. They will be down to um, sit idly by and watch somebody that they say they care about go on a downward spiral just so they can have a warm body or have access to them. It's so weird. The second one is controller. They attempt to manage and control a partner's behavior, often for reassurance or to maintain a sense of security. Crazy work. They don't want you to grow at all. And the only way to grow is to have life experiences and develop a discernment and how to use it and when to use it. You can't do these things when you have somebody hovering over you, trying to control every aspect of what you got going on. The third one is people pleaser. Constantly prioritizes their partner's happiness and struggles. Oh no, constantly, excuse me, prioritizes their partner's happiness and they struggle to say no to requests often seeking approval. That's a problem because if it's a no, it's a no. If it's a not right now, it's a not right now. If it's give me a minute, let me think about it, it's give me a minute, let me think about it. The fudge. But like I said, you have people that when you hit them with the no or the not right now, or let me think about it, or say maybe we should do this way or something like that, that's when they flip the switch on you. So you better have the ability to peep that and then take heed and move accordingly. Especially when or if the no or the not right now or the let me think about it don't really come around often. It's normally like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, yeah, yeah, yeah. But when it's a no, they have a hissy fit or flip the switch. The last one is a martyr, constantly sacrifices their own needs, desires, and well-being for the benefit of their partner, often feeling unappreciated and taken advantage of. But it's backwards because whilst not doing nothing about it. No, 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 no. If I'm not with it, I'm not with it. And if I'm with it, I'm with it. A conversation can be had, but if it's not, I'm ultimately not with, I'm not with it. Now what? Now what? Some people would be so scared to hit somebody with it. Now what? I'm not with that. You know, you really have to know who you are and what you stand for when maneuvering around. Otherwise, you're going to get walked all over, be taken for a ride in this thing called life. So that's that, guys. I hope you all were able to get something out of this. Apologies if I was all over the place, even though I think for the most part we kept the main thing. They said one too many times, in all seriousness, it can lead you into dangerous situations. Yeah, I think a lot of people trouble with this. And it's just a shame that anybody would even feel like they need to maneuver in that way to appease somebody. We live in such a big world, so many people in this world. To allow yourself to be put in a box for one person or for others. And then even when it comes to this whole social media ish, people be so scared to be themselves and maneuver in the way in which they want to because they're worried about the opinions of the masses or what others are going to say. And it just really is a shame. So when I peep certain content creators, whatever their reasoning is or why they're doing it, make a switch or a pivot, hold on, in a more positive way, regardless of what their intent is, why they're doing it. It's nice to see, especially when they were moving in a not so positive way. And I always encourage people do when it comes to this type of stuff. Really, when it comes to anything in our life, do whatever you're doing because it's something you want to do and you have a passion for. All that other stuff will come later and follow later. Don't do it because you think that you're going to get a certain type of reaction or following or support from other people. Because if that doesn't happen, or if that support or that following doesn't come right when you want it to come, you're not going to want to do it anymore. You don't ever let other people sway what you do and how you move. If anything, your aim should be to do the swaying. That's my aim. My aim is to do the swaying, not to be swayed. And if I am going to be swayed, it's going to be in a positive way, in a positive direction. I talk about the stuff I want to talk about. And if people are with it, cool beans. If they're not, cool beans. Either way, the show must go on, you know? So I really respect it when I see people making that effort to do something different. And even if that means your core audience are not going to follow you, and they may talk a little junk about it, that's between them, God, and their thought process. That don't got nothing to do with you. Do what you do because it's what you want to do. Because y'all know my motto, all I need is one. And we having a conversation. And even when I do set topic lives like this, even if I don't got the one and I got the none, I'm still gonna get my ish off. Now, if I'm just doing a live to just chit chat, chop the breeze, see, how folks are doing if nobody comes, then yeah, I'm not sitting around. I'm out of here. Other things to be done. But if you're gonna do something, do it. And if people are gonna support it, they're gonna support it. If they're not, they're not. But it should definitely be a give and take. So if you know that there's people that you support and they're not supporting you, that may be a conversation to be had, depending on the type of rapport you have with them. But also keep in mind, everything is not for everybody. Everything is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and vice versa. And that's fine. There's other ways people can support you. If they don't want to sit through a whole live video or a pre-recorded video of what you're talking about, they can hit the like button. They can share you out if you would like them to, or if they like to. Quick little comment, call it a day. But don't instantly assume that they're not supporting you because they don't care for you or they don't want to see you do well. Like I always say, we all have our own plight in life. And that's why I said it's very important that anything we do it because we want to do it and we have a passion for it. So that way, regardless of who shows and who doesn't, you showing up for you. And that's the most important person to show up. You show up for yourself. All that other stuff follow later. But I'm out of here. Appreciate everybody that came. Like I said, I hope you're able to get something out of this. Sorry for coughing in y'all ear. It is what it is. Like I said, hope you all have a good day and you're having a good morning. Bye.